guys, welcome back to Kuma Reviews. I'm TJ, and we're taking a look at Zen of Collectibles, their CangDao toy line. It's, well, I guess metal build styled, original design robots. Yeah, so their own designs, metal build style, die-cast frames, plastic. But yeah, CangDao, this is CD-TG-01 Tian Wei. So, this is the first of a number of Zen of Collectible products that I'm going to be reviewing here. These aren't sponsored or anything like that. A friend of mine actually sent me this one. Kind of explains why the box is a little bit more beat and stuff like that. He's had it for a while. Apparently played soccer with the box and stuff like that. It be like that. But no, he's a cool guy. He takes really good care of itself. Probably came from like Shosi or any of those companies. I've had that happen in the past. But anyway, this is not a box review. This is a product review. Again, CD-TG-01 Tian Wei. Going ahead and getting it started. Here is the product itself. Awesome design. I'll get into the quality and stuff like that in a little bit. There's a reason why he was willing to just say, fuck it, you can just have this one to check out the products and stuff like that. But I still don't find it too bad. Stand. This is the plug that plugs into, I don't know if it's like his taint, his rear area, what. I actually haven't used the stand yet, so we'll discover that here in a second. Blasters, a couple of long swords, a couple of short swords. His backpack, the backpack actually comes in multiple parts. So these pieces here come separately, as well as these pieces that connect them to the middle. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate pieces, but there's no point of deconstructing it just to reconstruct it here in a second. And a variety of hands. A magnet for the lights only in the head isn't bad. They light up pretty good. And the instructions. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, and getting into it, let's take a look at the size on this thing. Again, this is a die-cast product, Zen of Collectibles, Tian Wei. The back tips on the helmet a little bit taller. I got exactly 8.5 inches there. Alright, so 8.5 inch product, right? Die cast. This kind of design, decent articulation, retails for between $60 and $70 at most overseas sites. Why would a product this tall, die cast, this kind of design, you know, retail for so low when a 7-inch metal build toy, for example, 1/100 scale, retails, you know, they're going, a lot of those are going minimum $200. Now, there's a sincere lack of accessories and compared to a lot of metal build, those just go above and beyond. I would say overboard with that stuff. Oh yeah, forgot about the LED gimmick too, but the biggest difference when it comes to this is going to be the quality. Now, I will say the joints, they're fine. They're not extremely tight. They're definitely not loose or anything like that, but they're fine. And when it comes to this product, I find myself just in the mindset of, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And I will say, if you're somebody who's used to more high-end products, like the metal builds, you know, I would even say even like the Mosho, because they use less part counts and stuff like that, pretty moderately priced, but the quality is definitely there on Mosho products. I think this one in particular is one that you're not really gonna dig. Now there's another one, White Tiger, that I'm gonna review that's damn near my figure of the year, but this one, pretty pedestrian if you're used to more quality stuff. Alright? The biggest thing is gonna be the plastic. Right out of the box, and I don't know how well it translates on camera, but I saw scuffing in a number of areas. Here in the skirt, there's some red on each of the feet, and you can see it came from those kind of ankle guards, those red pieces there. Let me brighten this up some. I feel like it's really dark. It's not going to translate well into the video. And it's not any fault of the previous owner. It's actually because of the type of plastic and the finish used. I've had this on products, actually CCS toys, before they became CCS toys. They were pretty low end, and they use plastics like this. It's just a really, it's not necessarily soft, but it's got like a weird unfinished feel to it, almost like chalky, if that makes sense. And you'll notice that when you get products like this, the paint and stuff rubs very, very, very easily on them. That is something that can actually, if you get a product like this, you can go ahead and just spray coat it yourself. Like take a can of dull coat, or a can of, whatchamacallit, clear coat. They're both clear, but like one's a gloss coat, one's a dull coat, whatever kind of finish, whether it's like more matte or reflective you want to use, and that'll actually avoid that out of the box. Obviously this one didn't have that treatment, and I'm glad it didn't, because I can give you an honest review on how it comes out of the box. But if I'm able to get this stuff cleaned off with like a magic eraser or something like that, that's what I'm going to do with this guy. So that's a huge one. Now in terms of the LED gimmick, it activates with a magnet, and it is a timepiece. So let me see. One side's a magnet, one side's not. So I'm trying to make sure that I actually can do it, because finding the angle for the battery in there, I just did it. Okay. So we've got his eyes lit up. Let me turn off these front lights so it's backlit, so it shows better. Plenty bright lights, but you know, it's just small eyes, small piece on the helmet there, on that crest. So yeah, there he is. There's a roundabout. In terms of articulation, it's pretty much what you can expect from like a metal product. In fact, I think it's a little bit better. So the neck has, I believe it's on a ball joint, but the head has its own. I'm not going to try to pull the head off or anything like, well, I can pull the head off because the battery compartment is actually inside the head. I just can't do it, but you can see the ball joint in there pretty tight. So swivel up and down, and then the neck itself, where it meets the clavicle, has its own additional articulation. So plenty up and down movement, side to side tilt. Pretty good, right? So the shoulder pads, boom, boom, boom. This piece moves in and out too. So parallel, we like doing that. The forearm guards kind of block that, but yeah, that's what it is. Okay, there's that. 360 bicep swivel. Again, watch these, pretty pointy. Boom. If you've owned metal products like Gundam Wing, forearm swivel there, but no transformation on this guy. No reason for it just besides doing it. But it's pretty cool because with the forearm guards especially. Boom. Alright. Now the wrist, there's not a lot of rock, a little bit, but they're on ball joints, so they can at least rotate around. The waist, side to side. Ooh, double. I didn't even realize it had all that. So boom right here, and then more up at the chest, okay? Standing more straight. So back bend, doesn't really have any back bend, but multiple areas of ab crunch. The skirts, these do move up, but you saw that just popped out there. It can move in and out, kind of side to side. It's got its own little swivel thing there. Let me see if I can get that. But that's about the extent of it, and these come off pretty easily. Again, just that quality difference between that and some of the higher end products. Alright, the front, not, but I will say these kind of have a boost mode. The skirts, boom, 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 so they can extend out, just in case I forget that later. Well, I'll just keep them off, Jesus. Alright, so there's a swing here at that screw. Alright, and then there itself. So if you want additional, like upward, boom. So that's pretty freaking cool. It's always nice when products have that. See, stuff just flying everywhere. Knee bend, and it's cool that it has that moving part there. 360 thigh swivel. Already looked at the knee. And then these parts move. They're prone to pop out too, especially those side ones. Alright, so back, forward, and you saw the front of the foot has separate articulation there, and then ankle tilt. I warned you guys about the quality aspect of this product, but again, $70. And for me, free $99. And one piece of articulation that I forgot to go over is his butterfly man. I've never seen this where the shoulders actually pop out in order to get that butterfly and stuff like that even further. So that's pretty cool. Alright, and now we're just going to take a look at the accessories. Already went over the backpack and what it's comprised of here, but, you know, there's some things you can do with it, like the front and back ends. I don't know why they go up and down like this exactly. It's not explained in the instructions or anything, but yeah, because the part that clips in is actually covered up right here, so I don't get that part, but the way it goes is like that. Or maybe this turns around. There we go. Turns around, and then you got this thing, and I don't know, maybe that's considered some kind of plane? I'm not sure, but yeah, that's the gist of it. Turn that around, and then you've got the backpack. Clips in with these two clips right there. Pretty straightforward. Then on the back, there is this adapter piece. That's its own separate piece that pegs in to his back, that hole right there. So go ahead, get that clipped in, and then get this clipped in. All right. Now, it's held in with friction. It holds in, and you're gonna. It feels like that's the theme of this toy. It holds in all right, right? So you got that. Let's zoom out a bit. And that's that. Let's actually get that down some. Yeah. Okay. Now with these, you do have this part that extends out. Multiple hinges there. Rotate. Rotate. So you can do some things with it if you want. You can put each side up like that. Oh, man, the balance on this thing. Alright, so you got that. Still need to zoom out some. In fact, let's just raise the camera. I don't know why I decided to have it at that viewpoint. Alright, so there's that. Just one side. And then this can pull out, which extends these two pieces, and then you can take these two parts on the end, put them out. Okay. Boom. Get him more centered. We'll do the same with this side. Alright, so you can see what's going on there. Now in terms of the weapons, they all hold in by friction, so I don't really like these big huge like broadsword type dealies, but I will say the hands on these are probably about better than any official like Bandai metal builds and stuff like that I've really messed with. Just in terms of how easy it is to fit stuff into the hands. It's really nice. Fingers are plenty bendy while feeling solid. But with the hands, just pop the ball joint out, pop it in. There's that. I'll give you the other sword in the other hand. Slip it in through the fingers, bring the thumb around, and boom. Right. Put this one into his left hand. And alright. I was actually meaning to show you that, guys, that. Not like that. But this forearm piece here, for whatever reason, they decide to make it so it can be slid off. And when it does start to slide forward, it makes it hard to press the hands into the female part of the ball joint. So, yeah. Alright, so just something simple here to move on to the next section. Passable. Just wanted to show you guys the storage for the larger weapons real quick. Alright, get that out of the hand. Of course, I go ahead and pop the forearm off. But take that, slide it through the fingers. Okay. So yeah, you just fold that down. Alright. Then on the back side here, forget exactly where it goes into. There's that. Then the other one, this area right here, slides on in, and boom. Alright, and size comparison time. And instead of having him next to more traditional metal builds and stuff like that, I don't even collect a lot of that stuff anymore. I've got him next to another CangDao product. This is a CD-02 White Tiger. So this one's 11 inches tall, and you can see quite different design styles and this and that. I actually really like what this company is doing with their designs, because you've got something that's much more real robot mobile suit, and then this whole like super robot tiger themed design. They've really got their own universe without specific themes. There's some, like this one company me and my friends were talking about, Moto Nuclear. If you look at their designs, it literally looks like different versions of the exact same robot, where this, it's just, look at the contrast here. And they've got everything in between. So Zen of Collectibles, if you're into just cool, creative, original designs, look them up. I haven't seen anything like this in terms of designs and stuff like that, what they're doing, since Super Robot Wars OG, man. But this one's 11 inches tall compared to 8.5 inches. Again, White Tiger, and the one we're reviewing, Tian Wei. Alright, and closing this out, we're using the stand. We've got his short sword as well as his rifle in his other hand. Maybe I should have done something, flare out the whatever the heck those are, thrusters, blasters, whatever on here. I don't really know. They're kind of whatever you make of them, to be honest with you. They're pretty cool, not gonna lie. But anyway, finishing off this review, you know, again, like I told you guys at the beginning of this one, it's a product that's just fine, and while I sit here and play with it and stuff like that, you know, it does what it's supposed to do, and I think it does what it's supposed to do, again, fine. You know, it's not something that's gonna knock your socks off or anything like that, but at the same time, I think as long as you know what you're getting into in terms of quality and this and that, it's also not something that's gonna disappoint you. You know, so do I have complaints about it? No, not really, because it's hard to complain. I think I have stuff that would keep me from purchasing it in terms of quality and the like, parts falling off, but it's hard because it's $70. If this was a metal build that was, say, $200 plus, shit, we'd be having a field day just crapping all over this thing. But $70, that's where it becomes a hard one, because as much as it's not the best $200 toy, this is actually a fantastic $70 toy. I mean, I think about third-party plastic classic scale, which is like the 6-7 inch scale. Transformer toys from those unlicensed companies that are more than that. Those $80 to $100. I was just posing the Ocular Max Eris, which it's like their original female character that disguises itself or goes through other eras as just 2 other characters and stuff like that. You've seen the reviews on this channel. But anyway, stuff like that, in terms of what you get, those are over $100. I think $120 and stuff like that. And this is die-cast, fully articulated LEDs. Yeah. You know, I think it's a mid product for an absolutely fantastic price. Boom. I love that. I'm going with that. So, as a $70 toy, shit. And this is a 10 out of 10. But again, if you're somebody who's used to collecting $200 toys that have the quality of $200 toys, that's where it's going to disappoint you. But if you're somebody who's just a fan of mecha, is okay with just filling plastic, having to put on hip skirts every other time that you pose it, this and that, like the little niggles about it, I think you'll be more than impressed. But that's 2 completely different niches of our collecting community, and that's what makes us great, that diversity. Let me know what you guys think of this one in the comments. I actually look forward to your thoughts. Not that I don't normally, but I think this is one of those ones that's kind of divisive because quality is really offset by the super low price, man, and it's even vexing me. But yeah, look forward to your comments. Thank you guys for watching. The next review, I don't know what it's going to be. The next Zen of Collectible product review is going to be that white tiger that I just showed you guys in comparison. Not comparison, but the side-by-side portion with him. But yeah, look forward to your comments. Like the video, share the videos, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next time. Stay well, stay safe. Happy holidays.